One of the things that I had to learn myself is in this world that we're living in, and I had to learn the hard way. And when I learned, I noticed how things happen for me instantly. And a lot of the times, people really show you who they really are, but you, and I say I, as a person, will give them so many chances. And a lot of the times, they would hide it, try to pretend that they got something going on, or realistically, they're only showing you how they really feel about you. And this is one of the reasons why that I'm a big believer in just staying to yourself. I've always been the kind of person that always was like, yo, look, a long time ago, family's everything, this, that, and the third, friends, day one, all that, right? But realistically, we live in a world where everyone is an individual, and I've gotten to the point where I had to understand that I had to learn that in this world that we're living in now, you have to be an individual depending on the kind of people you're around. And we have this thing called soul tribe because, not everybody is for us, but we have particular kind of community that are just like us, right? Just because we're blood, that doesn't make means that makes us family. But to those particular people, they're family, right? They're the definition of family, right? Where I'm going with this is this. It gets to a point where you're gonna have to just keep things to yourself until you get around the right people that are just like-minded, that you know that, hey, you know what? I scratch your back, you scratch my back. All right. And this is the life that we're living in now because look, almost nobody, you can't really trust nobody actually. But you got to get to the point where you have to keep things to yourself until it just happens. Before I get more into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Junior Best Friend, your new best friend. Now, if I you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Listen, today we're going to talk about it gets to the point where you're going to have to keep things to yourself. And not everybody deserves to be around you. We live in a world, I'm telling you, I'm seeing this day in and day out. It's getting crazy to the point where it's already enough that we can't just meet people and trust them. But you have those who are closest to you. They're the ones that want to see you lose. They're the ones that do their best and laugh behind. I say do their best, right? They'll find something just to laugh behind your back. The conversations that you're even having with them, certain conversations that they bring up, you're joking with them, it turns out into an insult. It turns out into they try to belittle you. And I was at one point around people like that, and there was always a back and forth. I'm talking about back and forth. Until I realized, I'm like, yo, when I was around these people, I was getting around these people, they were training me. Versus now, when I get around certain people, especially the people that I choose to talk to, and don't get me wrong, we need people to have, people could put you on. People could put you in, not give you an opportunity. I've been in positions where people put me in opportunities where I didn't even have to think twice. It would just happen just like that. But you got those who just want to use you, take advantage of your time, and they want to make sure that you take that L and laugh behind your back. They get around, they want to know your business, and then you tell them everything's going on, and then not even 4 minutes, I say 4 minutes, not even a second, they already calling and telling the next person that you don't even know, or you may not even feel comfortable telling, or they don't know you from a can of paint, and then they telling them everything that you got going on. And this is one of the reasons why I always say, keep things to yourself, keep things to yourself. And then when it happens, if you choose to want to tell them, you can tell them. But even that, you can even tell them that. Because guess what? They will find a way to make sure you lose that position. They'll make a way to just even, jeopardize what you got going on with your life. And you have bills, you may have a family you're taking care of, you You got things that you're doing. You got a business you're funding, whatever it is. A lot of people don't know the position that you're in until they get into that position. But even then, accountability, self-reflection, looking within, that's not the thing anymore. And it was kind of crazy. I was talking to a cousin of mine, and we were just chopping it up. We were just having a conversation. And there's one of the cousins that's like real cool, and he's younger than I am, a little younger, and he has wisdom just as much as I am. He's going through his own little, I don't say own little. I mean, this guy, man, he's going his own situation. That's what I mean. And I was sitting here just being a student, just listening to him, and I'm older than him. And one of the things that he tell me is that, yo, people hate. People don't want to see you grow. And he was just telling me the same thing I talk about. He don't even know I have a YouTube channel. And if he does, he may watch me, I don't know. But he was just telling me, yo, I just don't know what to think about this world, and I agree with him. You know? We live in a world where, like, you know, not everybody is suffering, not everybody is, but the things that we was told that we are promised, we seeing this now, and it's like, yo, where's, you know, the good paying jobs? Where is the, you know, where is this, where is that? And then, you know, death is an all-time high, food is an all-time high. Well, you know, we were just talking about this, just a little example we was talking about, and I'm just sitting here just listening. I'm just listening, and it's just like, yo, he's saying something, you know, and not a lot of people you can have a relationship with that. Now, we don't talk every day, and then when we do chop it up, you know, we understand that, hey, we family. He got his thing going on, he got that going on, and not one time he ever came to me and disrespected me. He was always real with me, but not everybody is like that. Not everybody you can have a conversation like that. Some people that you have in your family, and the sad thing is, it could be your blood brother and sister, same mother, same father. They the main ones that's gonna try to make sure that you take that L. They're gonna make sure that they put your name out there and then make it look like that you're the bad guy, like you're this and you're that, making up things about you, just to only because they're miserable. And this is one of the reasons why you just can't tell everybody what you got going on. You can't explain anything what you're doing. At times, you're gonna have to be the bad guy. You're gonna have to be the bad girl. You're gonna have to be the person that everybody looks at like, yo, look at that person. That person is. And behind doors, you're the one that's actually helping everybody. You're the one that's actually looking out for everybody. But it comes a time when you have to be like, no, I can't. No. Be selfish. Actually, this is the time to actually be selfish. Because while everybody was looking at that person and that family member or that person that you know as the promised person, and they're looking for themselves, they're looking out for themselves. When you're the person that they always run to when a situation happens and they want you to change it, but they forget that you're the one that's I won't say that forget, they blindly don't even realize that, hey, you're the one that's actually looking out for everybody. You're the one that's, hey, you're not where you are now, but later on, you're gonna be where you are. It don't seem like it, but that's what it is. It could be a situation where you could hit the lottery and you could look out for everyone. No, it's to the point now, you hit the lottery, now you're gonna have to even get a lawyer. Now, that's what you should do, right? Get a trust. Nobody will even have to know you even hit the lottery. It's gonna be to the point you're looking at them like, yeah, if y'all would have let me know, if y'all was cool with me, y'all was, you know, hear me out, everybody would have been good. No, you're gonna watch them suffer. And that's the way it's gonna have to be, because 9 times out of 10, these are the same people that don't even want to see you grow. These are the same people that when you are in the position that you're in now, they're laughing at you. They're talking about, oh, look at them, but they're the same ones that's calling on you. And that's how it is now. The way they treat you, that's the way they want to, that's the way they feel about themselves. And that's what it is. You have to realize that, look, you have to keep things to yourself. You can't look out for everybody but yourself. You can't look out for everybody, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to try to do something just to jeopardize what you got going on, because they don't see themselves in that position, or at least they want to see you do better than them. And it gets to the point too, now, like, you sitting here chilling and everything, they trying to figure you out. I'm in that position where they sitting, you're around them, and then they're sitting there just like watching what you got going on. You can sit cooking everything, looking at your phone. They watching your food you eat. Here they go trying to go and get the same food you get, and then let's say you sharing the fridge with them. They're flooding the whole fridge as if what you eating, and then they don't even want you to touch it, and they're not even gonna eat it. I'm telling you, man, it be the ones that is closest to you. It be the ones that you love. And this is one of the reasons why you have to keep things to yourself. Stay focused. Don't even let them get to you. Alright, so this video resonate with you, I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to get best friend, new best friend. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.